Common indices to lecture number 28 is properties of surface coating. Table of contents. The table of contents of this lecture are polymer film forming processes, characteristics of surface coating, cross-linking film formation, coalescence-based film formation. So in this lecture you will learn about the processes which are involved in the polymer film formation, how the cross-linked films are formed, and how we can obtain the coalescence-based films. Polymer film forming processes. So how polymer film forming processes occur, or how a polymer film is formed. Upon application by spraying, brushing, or various industrial processes, surface coatings undergo what is known as film formation. So, how a film is formed? The film is formed by the application of spraying, brushing, or various industrial processes. Upon the application by spraying, brushing, or various other industrial processes, a surface coating is formed, and this surface coating is also known as film. So by using various processes, a film is formed. In most film formation processes, a liquid coating of relatively low viscosity is applied to a solid substrate and is cured to a solid. High molecular weight polymer-based adherent film forming possessing the properties desired by the user. So, in film formation processes, a liquid coating of relatively low viscosity is applied. This liquid coating is applied to a solid substrate, and when this liquid coating is applied to a solid substrate, it is cured to a solid. When it is cured to a solid, a high molecular weight polymer-based adherent film is formed, and this polymer-based adherent film possessing the properties that is desired by the user. For most common applications, this film has a thickness ranging from 0.5 to 500 micrometers, 0.0005 to 0.5 millimeter, or 0.000022 to 0.02 inch. So, what is the thickness of this film formation or surface coating? This film has a thickness ranging from 0.5 to 500 micrometers. So, this is the thickness for most common application. The film formation or the surface coating has a thickness range from 0.5 to 500 micrometers for most common applications. It ranges from 0.0005 to 0.5 millimeter, or 0.00002 to 0.02 inch. Coatings before the 1960s were often liquids of low solid content, from which considerable organic solvent was emitted into the atmosphere during film formation. So how coatings occur in 1960? The coatings before the 1960s occurs will consist of a liquids that have low solid content. In this surface coating, a considerable organic solvent is required, and this considerable organic solvent was emitted into the atmosphere during the formation of film. Environmental and economic pressures have forced a reduction of solvent levels in coatings and have required coatings designers to reconsider and improve film formation processes. So how we can improve the film formation processes? The economical and environmental pressures have forced the reduction of solvent levels in the coatings. So, due to environmental and economic pressures, there is a need to reduce the levels of solvent contents in the coatings. It is required to improve the film formation processes, and there is a need to reconsider the overall film forming process. So, so the film coating or the surface coatings may not be affected by the environmental pressures or the environmental conditions. It is required to improve the overall film formation processes. As a result, there are now three major types of film processes. So, there are three major types of film forming processes are required: evaporation of solvent or carrier liquid, cross-linking of low molecular weight, low viscosity polymer precursors, coalescence of small particles. So, to improve the film formation processes, the following major processes are required. There is a need to use the appropriate methods to improve the film formation processes. The first type of film formation processes is evaporation of solvent or carrier liquids. The second process which is involved in the film forming process is cross-linking of low molecular weight. The third process of film process is low viscosity polymer precursors. The fourth type of film forming processes is coalescence of small particles. So, the act or state of growing together as similar parts, the act of uniting by natural affinity or attractions, the state of being united or union connections. There is a need to unite the small particles. So, these three major types of film processes are required to improve the film formation process: the evaporation of solvent or liquid carriers, cross-linking of low molecular weight and low viscosity polymer precursors, and coalescence of small particles. For a specific coating, the overall film formation process actually may be a mixture of these three. So, the overall film formation processes involve the mixture of these three processes. Cross-linking film formation. How cross-linked films are formed and what are the applications of cross-linking films. Some of the highest performance coatings films are based totally on the reacting of polymer precursors to build up a three-dimensionally cross-linked network. This is at once both a very old and a very new technology. How we can improve the coating films or how we can attain or achieve the highest performance coating films. The highest performance coating films are attained by reacting the polymer precursors, and by reacting the polymer precursors it builds up a three-dimensional cross-linked network, and this cross-linked network is formed by using the very old and new technology. During the Middle Ages, drying oils were used without solvent to formulate a paint that formed films totally by oxidative cross-linking. So, during Middle Ages, the drying oils were used, and these drying oils were used without the solvents, and a paint is formed using these drying oils in which the solvent was not present. So, this paint is formed by oxidative cross-linking. So why cross-linking is important? Because the cross-linked polymers are used to boost the thermal and physical properties. Drying oils are natural products such as linseed oil or tung oil that contains at least 50% unsaturated fatty acids triglycerides. So, the drying oils are obtained from the natural sources. These drying oils were obtained from the linseed oil or tung oil. It also contains the 50% of unsaturated fatty acids triglycerides. So, these drying oils which are found from the linseed oil or the tung oil, why we use the tung oils and what are the properties of tung oil. The tung oil is also called as the China wood oil. It is a drying oil which is obtained by pressing the seed from the nut of the tung tree. The tung oil is obtained from the nut of the tung tree. Tung oil is used to harden upon exposure to air, and resulting coating is transparent and has a deep, almost wet look. So, the tung oil is used for the coating purposes. It contains at least 50% of unsaturated fatty acids triglycerides. When they react with oxygen in air, these oils cross-link to form network polymers that have decorative and protective properties. So, when they react with oxygen that is present in the air, these oils were linked together to form a network polymers, and They contain the decorative and protective properties. So why the cross-linking is important? When the polymer chains are linked together by the cross links, they lose some of their ability to move as individual polymer chains. The cross-linking is used to increase the molecular mass of the polymer. Cross-linked polymers are important because they are mechanically strong and resistant to heat, wear and attack by the solvents. Drying ice modified with soluble natural resins such as tree gum and rosin, and naturally derived solvents such as terpenite are known as varnishes. So, these drying ices are modified with natural resins, for example, the rosin, tree gum, or naturally derived solvents such as terpenoids. The terpenoids are also known as varnishes. So, what are terpenoids? Terpenite is a fluid that is obtained by the distillation of resin that is harvested from living trees, mainly pines. It is mainly used as a solvent and as a source of material for organic synthesis. When cast and allowed to dry, more accurately hardens on various substrates. Varnishes form films by evaporation of solvent and by cross-linking reactions of unsaturated fatty acids in the oils. So how the films are formed? So when these type of materials are casted and allowed to dry on various substrates, the films are formed, and these films are formed by the evaporation of solvents and by the cross-linking reactions of unsaturated fatty acids in the oils. So these varnishes form the films by the process of evaporation and through the cross-linking reactions. The cross-linking reactions are quite complex, but they essentially involve the addition of atmospheric oxygen to the fatty acids, leading to the formation of hydroperoxide derivatives of the fatty acids. So, these cross-linking reactions are quite complex, but these type of reactions are involved in the addition of atmospheric oxygen to the fatty acids, and this addition of atmospheric oxygen to the fatty acids leads towards the formation of hydroperoxide derivatives of fatty acids. The hydroperoxides decompose, especially in the presence of triads such as white lead or cobalt naphthenate, to form free radicals which then cross-link with the remaining unsaturated fatty acids. So, how the cross-linking reactions occurs? The cross-linking reactions are quite complex. They are formed by the addition of atmospheric oxygen to the fatty acids, and when the atmospheric oxygen is added to the fatty acids, the hydroperoxides are formed. When these hydroperoxides decompose, especially in the presence of triads such as white lead or cobalt naphthenate, they form the radicals, and these radicals when cross-linked with the remaining unsaturated fatty acids, and they form the free radicals. So, what are cobalt naphthalate and what is the function of cobalt naphthenate? Cobalt naphthenate is the catalyst that promotes the curing process and allows effective cross-linking for a variety of polymeric films. So that's why the cobalt naphthenate is used in this type of reactions, because it allows the very effective cross-linking processes to the variety of polymeric films. New cross-linking technologies are based on two-component 100% solids reactive systems that are mixed just prior to or during applications and form the final polymer coatings by rapid cross-linking. So there are new technologies are used to rapid the process of cross-linking. These new technologies are based on the two components. 100% solid reactive systems that are mixed just prior to or during the applications and that forms the final polymer coating. And this final polymer coating is formed by the rapid processes of cross-linking. An example is the reaction of isocyanate containing compounds with alcohols to form a polyurethanes. So you can take the example of cross-linking processes as the reaction of isocyanate containing compounds with the alcohols that forms the polyurethanes. In many cases, solvents are used to control viscosity, which can increase considerably as rapid polymerization proceeds. So, in many cross-linking processes, the solvents are used to control the viscosity, and it can increases rapidly as the polymerization process exceeds rapidly. Furthermore, a catalyst is often required to help the reaction reach completion within the time and temperature requirements of the specific application. In these all type of processes, a catalyst is needed, and this catalyst is needed to promote the reaction processes. This catalyst is required to complete the reaction within the time and temperature requirement of specific application. Coalescence-based film formation. How a coalescence-based film is formed. If the small polymer particles of 0.05 to 1 micrometer in size are formed as a dispersion in water or organic solvent, and if the polymer is above its glassy or glass transition temperature Tg and is rubbery in nature, then a clear polymer film may form after the dispersion is applied to a substrate. So how a polymer film is formed? So if the polymer particles are small in size, their size range is about 0.05 to 1 micrometer. As a result, a dispersion is formed in water or the organic solvent. If the polymer is above its glass transition temperature Tg and the polymer is rubbery in nature, then a clear polymer film may be formed after the process of dispersion. or the polymer film is formed by the process of dispersion, and these dispersions are applied to the substrate. The polymer particles suspended in water flow together or coalesce to form a film because of surface mediated forces. The polymer particles have the tendency to suspend in water, flow together, unite or coalesce, and to form a film because of their property of surface mediated or because of the presence of surface mediated forces. If the polymer is below its Tg and therefore in a rigid glassy state, a small amount of coalescent solvent will plasticize the polymer, and lower its effective Tg is added to the system to assist film formation. This coalescent later evaporates, leaving the solid polymer film. So how a solid polymer film is formed? If the polymer is below its transition temperature Tg and it is present in a rigid form, glassy state, and a small amount of coalescent is added to the system, it forms the film. In the process of film formation, the coalescent later evaporates, and when the coalescent later evaporates, it leaves a solid polymer films. So, this is the process of coalescent-based film formation. How a coalescence-based film is formed. The coalescence-based film formation takes place mainly with latex polymers, but it also occurs with a system in which the polymer particles are dispersed in an organic solvent. So basically, the coalescence-based polymer films are formed in the latex polymers, but these films are also formed in the system in which the polymer particles are dispersed in the organic solvent. So, in the processes in which the polymer particles are dispersed in the organic solvents, the coalescence-based polymer films are formed. Another mode of film formation closely related to water-based coalescence is the melting and fusing of solid paint particles, such as occurs in what is known as powder coating, a process in which an object is coated by a spray or fluidized bed of pigmented polymer particles, and the particles are fused by heating to form a continuous film. So how the continuous films are formed, or what is the process of powder coating? So another method which is involved in the formation of film is based on the water coalescence, and these water-based coalescence films are formed by melting and fusing of the solid paint particles. And when the melting and fusing of solid paint particles occurs, the process is known as powder coating. What is powder coating, and which process is involved in the formation of powder coating? The powder coating is a process in which an object is coated by a spray or fluidized bed of pigmented polymer particles, and these particles are fused by the heating to form the continuous film. There are some other reactions which may occur during the melting and fusing processes, but the predominant film formation reactions is the fusing or coalescence of the particles. So, in the process of melting and fusing processes, the predominant film formations occurs is the fusing coalescence of the particles. Assignments. Assignment number 1 is how we can improve the film formation processes. Assignment number 2, how we can attain the highest performance coating films. Assignment number 3, why cross-linked polymers are important.